Alright, hello everybody, Skyrain here, back again with another Diablo Immortal video. Now, as you can see, if you haven't noticed yet, I'm on a freshly created wizard, only because I wanted to go back and give more of a beginner's kind of guide, well, not necessarily just a beginner's guide, so to speak, but a more of an insight into how the game is now as starting out somebody fresh, and other things along the way, and how the leveling process is now. It's not too terrible, by the way. This is about casually now, I'd say 4, maybe 5 days. Now, let's get into a lot of talk I see about people. This is going to be a, let's put it this way, this will be a guide from normal to H1 difficulty, which right here, okay? That's currently where I'm at right now. I could possibly start to press further. This is my current combat rating. Yeah, you get the idea. Okay, now I did just do the event, and this is also, this ties into the current events going on as well, so try to catch this whenever you can. For those that might see this in future for later reference or whatever. But anyway, here we go. This is Fractured Plane. Fractured Plane is active. This is very, very, very good for anybody, new, old, returning, what have you, players, everybody. This is good for, so make sure you do it. I just did one run so far. I have to go back obviously and do it again because there's 12 rounds and I need to get to 24 to get these event tokens here, so I'll have to do a second round. I saved claiming all of this until I started to record here, so you can see what I had done. I completed it with 0 resurrections needed, and under, I think I did it in 20 minutes, I think, on this one. This one was 20 minutes on this character, 22 minutes, somewhere around there. On Wizard, it doesn't necessarily matter. I've done this on my main as well. I'm not entirely a fan of the affix for this set of skills here, because the only thing you're going to get beneficial effect out of here for continual damage increased would be anything revolving around Disintegrate. You might get the Freezing Crystal essence while you're in there, but that's about it. So that's the only thing that's really going to give you your continual damage, unfortunately. But anyway, side note, if you want to see full runs, let me know in the comments down below. I have some of those, or one of those recorded anyway. But anyway, let's get back to the guide portion of this. So now that I've just done this, this is for new players starting, you know, anybody actually. Watch what we're gonna get here.
Potential.
And this is kind of a leveling guide as well. Okay, that's going to be helpful for me.
My mastery increases.
As you can see, as an early player, you get massive experience gains on everything. There we go. Okay. Now, let's go to the choice chest at the end of this one here. The first time completing Fractured Plane. Thank you. Now, I don't like how it never tells you what you have or what you don't have. I know for sure I have this one. Yeah, it doesn't tell you anywhere in here, like, not owned yet or anything of that sort, so that's kind of a problem. What I usually do is I'll screenshot, or, I don't know, do whatever you need to, sadly enough, of this list, if you're a newer player especially, and looking for particular essences that you want. Granted, you have to pick 6, and you can only get 1 out of the 6. So say, oh, I really want an upgrade for my offhand or something. So make sure you pick all the offhand options in this list, and then hope for the best, and then see what you get. Normally, well, as a newer returning player, you will probably get something that's going to give you a combat rating boost and a stat boost all around. So this is usually a good thing. Older OG players, not so much, not always, all the time. You get the idea, though. So Fractured Plane is a definite must-do for everybody, regardless of the fact. So now, how did I get to where I'm at currently? Alright, so as you can see, I got a bunch of levels from turning that in on one run from Fractured Plane. I would be definitely going back in for my second. Let me see where we're at. Paragons. So far, I've just basically taken... finish this off here. Just get me some more stat points. Okay? That's pretty much all that is. Alright. So, see here. Oh, big experience booster. Big experience booster. If you are trying to do this solo even, which I am, because I'm not joining a clan. This is my casual testing out new player kind of guide here. Character. So, what I've done is I have created my own warband just to have Diablo, which I have enough points to upgrade, which I didn't realize. I'm so used to it being 300 on my main all the time, and here it's under that still, but now it is up to 250. I see. So I have to also do the raid reset, which I haven't yet on this character, so I'll have to do that as well. Most times try to do the raids as often as you can. That is definitely an increase in your combat rating by just having this alone. Having either your own warband or joining a warband, that's massive combat rating boost right here. And now that I have a newer character, I can see exactly how low these values are. However, I get the bonus multiplier, which helps out a lot for everybody. That, you know, the server Ancestral Tableau is on this one that apparently is only 1170. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. I'm on a different server on this character, by the way. A different server cluster. So I think this number is lower, actually, which is very interesting to see. So that means the server that my main is on is actually a much older, more established server, so to speak, and I think our values are higher. I think it's like 1300 something. But anyway, so there's that. Make sure you at least join a warband. And let's see what else we got for gear. Gear-wise, okay, so I just did the fractured plane, so let's go ahead and identify this stuff. Now, is it any better? It is indeed. It is indeed better. Now, the score here may show it's got a down arrow. Take that for what you will. This one, the stats are higher. I am going to take an intelligence hit, but for right now, what we're really doing is trying to push our combat rating higher, which in this case, this does win out. Now, I already have acquired Sprite Spark along the way, so I'm going to go ahead and equip this one, even though I am going to take an intelligence hit and transfer everything over. There it goes. Shows, yeah, Fortitude and Intelligence, the two best stats that I could get, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Now, this one is, no, this was a triple roll. That was nice, and so are these. But, as you can see here, the combat rating on this one and the damage, I'll get some of that back now by switching to this one. So this one all around is better too. I think this is a new essence. I don't know if I have this one yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and transfer. Oh, I can't inherit it yet. I'll show you what to do with that then. So let's go ahead and transfer the ranks over at least. All right, so I lose a little bit there, but that's fine. Now, since I don't have crushing weight essence unlocked that I had on, I go into here now and I can extract it. Both of these, and I'll get a transmog, which is interesting. They need more transmogs in the game, by the way. There's not enough. Okay, so there's that. Now, I can actually switch back to it now if I wanted to, which I do, actually. I want the crushing weight back on. Inherit. Thank you. Anyway. Alright, I'm kind of all over the place with this one. But, combat rating wise, as you can see there, I gained a significant amount just now by running the fractured plane. Now, well, I mean, I'm at 9,374. Let's go ahead and check the... We're going to go ahead and check on the raids. What's required for the current difficulty that I am on here. Okay, so I can do that one easy, that one easy, that one easy. And here's where I start to... I'm under. Okay, so here's where I'm under. That's fine. And of course, this one is the big hurdle for a lot of people still to this day. They did make some adjustments recently, but this one's definitely the hurdle to this day. So yeah. Now, a lot of people that are hung up here, I've seen, still call out, and I'm like, I suggest if you really need the help to get the clear, call out in your world chat. Call out in shadow chat if you're in shadows. Warband, if you're in a clan, ask, obviously. If you're in a clan, that should be the easiest approach, first and foremost, is just ask anybody in your clan. If you were doing all this solo, however, or even if you're in the adventurer faction, ask around in all the various chats in game. for any kind of assistance you may need. You can always try the quick matching, but that one takes a long time as well. Sometimes if you also create a raid yourself, you will get people to join, and then of course keep in mind their combat rating as well. So the more people that join the raid, the more the difficulty starts to scale, and so on and so on. So keep that in mind. Alright. See what else here. I'm trying to cover all the bases. Now, what else did you do along the way for combat rating? As you level, you also get the... Let me see if I have anything new in the shop here. Services. I do. The Prodigy Path will open up to you at some point or another, and this has been very, very helpful. We're going to go ahead and grab this one because I unlocked it, whatever it is. What else did I get here? Oh, I got a bunch more. Thank you. Thank you. Level 75 Paragon, 76, 77, 78. Okay, so you get a lot of pieces along the way. These are going to change. Early on, you get to pick the ones you want, but not for very long. After that, it becomes mystery, and then they're randomized. So, unfortunately, as you're going along, do not worry about what set pieces you are using, because you got to throw all that out the window. You're going to be swapping stuff so frequently, it's not even going to matter.
What do you need, friend?
And I need to identify all this first, but let's get rid of the other junk out of the way.
I'll do the forging.
I'm going to go and identify everything and see what we get now. But yeah, Prodigy Path is very, very helpful. Again, I would also honestly suggest, if doing the story in the game as you go along, learning the class, learning the skills, unlocking everything, doing the main story, there will be a point in which you will get this time-worn scroll, which will give you the faction story of Shadows versus Immortals, that breakdown. And in the process of all of that, you will get the option to join Shadows even, which I thought was kind of new to me. Before I thought we had to do something else, but you can join the Shadows, and I honestly would suggest taking that fully because you get massive amount of keys per day. Well, I'd say you get 12 keys per day by just attending what's called the assembly. The assembly runs twice a day from noon until 2 p.m. server time, and then again at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. server time. You can only do it once a day, but you have 2 opportunities to do it. And all you have to do is show up in there, get the blessings, and you get massive experience gains. You get your keys. Keys are very important as well.
Every item. Glad to be of
And in the process also, you might be able to get some gear if you can share blessings. So, okay, so now let's see what we got from the Paragon's Path. We now have an 889 over this one. Fortitude, Intelligence, same stats, a little lower, granted, but for right now, we're trying to push our combat rating higher, so pay no mind to that. And this is a 3-socket again, which is very nice. It doesn't always happen. Don't get used to that either, unfortunately, early game. So don't worry about that too much. But however, I am going to go ahead and fill all the gem slots. There we go. And let me see here. That's the one I had on. Still showing the up arrow because of the attributes, but no, we want combat rating for now. Early game. This one as well. We're going to go ahead and put this one on. Lost intelligence off of this piece, but oh well. But I do have another gem slot available since it's a 3, so we're gonna go ahead and put a damage gem back in. There we go. Okay. Next, what else do we have here? 865. Definitely gonna put this one on, even though I do like some of the other abilities. All right. There's that one, and this one here. That was a triple roll. That was nice at the time, but look at the difference. We have now upgraded to the next one up. Okay, so it shows there. We took a hit there in some things, but that's fine. And 827 to 889, obviously. Go ahead and equip this one. Combat rating went up 66. We lost some form of a set piece bonus. But again, we're really, unfortunately, not paying too much attention to that. Let's go ahead and make sure we put our gems in. That's a sellable one. Let's hold off on that one. And let's see. Oh, and it looks like I can upgrade the gems too. So we're going to put this one in. Armor pen. There we go. Armor pen is very important as far as your secondary stats go. I'm not doing too shabby here. A little tip for the secondary attributes along the way in the game. Try to keep them up with normal gems. Now, I see a purpose for the hidden layers yet again. Seeing as in the early game, you do not unlock the Castle Ereban or the Abyssal Verge until later. It shows on the map currently, but when I go there, it won't be there. I'll show that in a second here. This is a comprehensive guide, by the way, which is why I'm still going again. I've done one of these before, but it was on my main, and I was kind of given more of a brief synopsis of it, so to speak, and it wasn't more of a in-depth look from this perspective. But now, since I've started over on a fresh character, I'm trying to give more of a fresh perspective as I go along here, so that everybody can follow along and hopefully appreciate the fact that I started over for that much. But yeah, now as I get closer, the Abyssal Verge and Castle Ereban are missing, so they're not over here at all. So, as a newer player, as you're starting out, if you see a hidden layer pop up, try to make it to them. Try to do the hidden layers whenever you can find them. Just as you're going along, just as you're doing your daily bounties, just as you're doing possible dungeon runs, that kind of thing out in the open world. If you see a hidden layer, try to make it to it. If you can make it, cool, because you're going to want these normal gems to upgrade your secondary stats any way you can take. Yes, you can sell them on the market, even though the market is still pretty terrible. They've had a lot of changes where you can sell them for less now because of how the state of it is, and that's pretty bad too. But
well, please come again.
Yeah, secondary stats are very high from your normal gems. So you can see here, and I'm gonna go over this again right now, because when you go and highlight each one, like so, you can see reduces all damage taken, increased. This, keep an eye on this as you go along. Try to keep an eye on this as you go along, because this is kind of a measuring stick for how well you fare in your current difficulty. This will change, and it says here as well, your armor is higher, this much higher, so I'm doing good obviously with these stats currently than expected for your level in your current activity and difficulty, increasing your damage. And this one here, see, we're on armor. Let's go to armor pen. Here we go. Armor penetration is definitely key, so you want that one as high as you can get it for mostly PvE content. Well, actually all content. It does definitely help out in PvE and PvP. Let's see here. Increasing your critical hit damage by 50% from a baseline of double damage. So yeah, once you get to a certain value that is high enough above, it will be at maximum bonus in most of these. And then see here, this one, potency. And potency and resistance is based on your willpower and your gems. Your potency gems, which is the citron, and your resistance gems, which is the topaz, which I don't think I have any in currently on this one now. No, I don't. But anyway, so as you can see here, against players, durations are reduced by 35%. This is your resistance tab and your potency tab. When playing against players, you gain up to 50% increased control duration, increasing durations by 24%. So that one's a little low. That's not maxed out. I think they can go a little higher. I think that might be 25 perhaps. But anyway, there's the basic idea of it. You definitely want to pay attention to that as you're going along. Hidden layers are key for, I found, at this level. Until you unlock Castle Ereban, until you unlock the Abyssal Verge, hidden layers are the only way you're going to be able to get your normal gems throughout your weekly normal gems anyway throughout the week. And then of course, if you join parties, you got the daily dungeons that you can do for getting normal gems. That way you can get 12 a day in parties of 4. It takes a lot more time that way, but it is what it is, because I still don't think I can do terror rifts at this level. So that's another thing to consider. Okay, so that's mostly covers the basis of what you really want to focus on. And of course, upgrade your gear as often as you can. As a newer player, you get a lot of extra materials. So we go to blacksmithing.
Hey there. It's good.
Let's see if I can upgrade anything. I haven't done this in a little while. I'm going to go ahead and clear out all of these, however. These are the old ones I had on. And salvage. Okay, so now we go and upgrade. Let's see if we can upgrade anything else higher. We can. We do have enough. Upgrade you. There's another little bit there. Let's see, all 7s. Try to keep these in line with each other as best you can as you're upgrading them. Alright, that's an 8. Go ahead and do this one. Now, certain pieces give different stats. This is willpower and fortitude. That's why you need to upgrade everything a little bit more evenly. Keep it that way. So I'm just going to go down my list here. Combat rating increased again. And obviously I have another fractured plane run to do one more time. That will give me more chests to open at the end and more experience gains. And I'll did I do that one twice? No, I didn't. Okay, good. And here we go. One more. Alright. So there's that. And now I think I can do some more. I can convert, but I'm not going to convert because I'm kind of touchy that way when it comes to these conversions.
You do the fighting, I'll do the forging.
For the Elder Rifts anyway. Or, no, the Challenge Rifts. The Challenge Rifts, yeah. Because I remember they used to give us very limited amount of stones. The Challenge Rifts are literally just benchmarks for your combat rating progress. That's what they're there for. I haven't done one in a little bit, so I can jump back in here too again. Pretty crazy considering I'm a newer player and I'm on the leaderboard at 46. Now granted, I haven't done these in a bit, so I can definitely jump all the way into here and push it, but I'll hold off on that for right now. Let's go and look again one more time at our combat rate. 9,776. So we've constantly made incremental gains just that little bit of time right there. So, yeah. There you go. Hopefully that's going to help out a little bit. The main things, again, let's just do a recap for the combat rating is mostly, and it's going to take some time, but it's going to be your ancestral tableau, which can be found in a warband, whether it be your own or otherwise. And whenever you do the weekly raids, which is 2 times a week, Monday and Thursday is the reset. Get in, do whichever ones that you can, with whoever you can, honestly, to get your chests. See, right now I'm at 0.5. I haven't done these yet since the Thursday reset on this character. So I need to get in here and try to knock some of these out. I can easily do these first couple, and then I'll probably... Now, now see, look, I was under before on this one, but now I have the combat rating just a little bit above on this one. This one's kind of a pain to do by yourself, so I might hold off on that one. But nonetheless, I now have the combat rating for 4 out of the 5. And of course, obviously, that's the big hurdle, so I'll get there eventually. So I'm not too concerned about that. Then a real rush, like I said, always call out, ask for help, try to get it clear, and then move on if you can. But keep everything in check along the way. Your blacksmithing ranks on all your gear. I do need to upgrade these. I'm going to do some challenge rifts to get some more upgrade pieces, materials for these, and do those. But that's the idea with this. These are all pretty much substantial and par for the course. As you're leveling, of course, like I said, keep checking. Do the events. Fracture Plane is the biggest one amongst everything here in this list, especially for a new player as well. I also unlocked this event, the Overflowing Arsenal, which has been very helpful for a new player definitely starting out, because you're getting all your essences unlocked that you didn't have. I made all my choices so far. I am behind on the tasks, but I'll get caught up on that here. I didn't claim these yet. I gotta claim some of these. So there we go. I got some more points to go into here. So yeah, now I can choose a couple more items along the way, which I might just do here for the simple fact of showing that I will be able to get an option to choose from here, which is very good. I know I just got a new one, but let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. If it's any better, by the way. And is it? It is not. And unfortunately, in this case, is not. The combat rating was less. Everything was less on all accounts, so that's a pass. But hey, better than nothing for a chance of getting some free loot. Anyway, alright, let this go on long enough already. Let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see. Perhaps any kind of follow-up questions to this one or what have you. If you want to see the beginner wizard build as well, I will be trying to do possibly the other classes, depending on how much interest there is for like the newer approach here. This one again is a benchmark from normal to H1 difficulty. So this is where we're at currently. I wanted to get a video in before I got too much further up the chain so that I can show it and discuss excuse me, my experience so far up to this point. Again, since restarting over fresh. It's definitely been an experience. It hasn't been a bad one. You definitely get a lot of experience boosts really early on, and obviously this only took me a matter of days to get here. So, and I could push it that much harder if I really wanted to, if this was my main, which it is not. So obviously, casually, this is a lot of progress very quickly, very simply. So anyway, until next time, everybody, stay safe out there in the real world on fire as always. Take care of yourselves as best you can, one day at a time. That's all we can do. Till next time, see ya.